Welcome back. In this video I'm just quickly going to show you something about these operators, the comparison and especially the logical operators. So these are the two we're going to look at and how we can actually use them. So greater than and equal to, and so on and so on. And also these, the double and sign and these pipes, it's Alt-I on the Mac. I don't know the actual hotkey on a PC, sadly, on a Windows. And again, if you use this, it means it's not. So you can put that in front of a equal sign like this. So it's not equal to this, or it's not 0, for example. But let's just quickly go to a example here. I'm going to create a variable called my age. I'm going to punch in the number 2. And I'm going to create a if statement now. Now, this if statement is actually a bit more advanced than the others I showed you, where it's just smaller or equal to. And again, it's not really, because I'm still doing the same. I'm just adding these logical operators like and or. So let's look at this. So I have an if statement and I have 2 parentheses in this case. And this is again because of the condition I'm creating. So in the first parenthesis, I'm going to tell the system to look at my age. And I'm going to have a condition here saying my age is bigger or equals to 0, and creating a logical operators with the double and signs. And again, my age has to be smaller than 3. So this is the first of my conditions here. And I'm using logical operators to connect them. So my age has to be smaller or equals to 0, and my age has to be smaller than 3. I just said that wrong. I think it's my age is bigger or equals to 0, and my age has to be smaller. So this is the first part of my logical operator or conditions. I'm going to add another one with these 2 pipes, which means or. So if this statement is true, do this, and then I can add this. If that's not true, go look at this, and if this statement is true, then you have to do it still. And the last statement is I'm going to use the same variable, and I'm going to say not equals, has to be, my age has to be larger than 90. Sorry, not 90, 80. I know why I said that. So this is my current condition for this. And I'm going to have it print out, console log, you are not at your peak. So let's just quickly go through it. My variable is assigned a value of 2, and I am having a if statement. So I'm going to check all these conditions, and if some of them are true, print this console log out. I'm just quickly going to run so you can actually see what happens, and woohoo, it printed out something. Why did it print out something? Let's just really quick look at what actually happened. So my age equals 2, so this is what the system is actually looking at. So 2 is bigger or equals to 0, and 2 is smaller than 3. If that is true, then you print out console log. If I created something where this isn't true, it's going to go look at, oh, it says or, and the statement here, or condition here, is that if 2 is smaller than 80, you're also going to print out this. So let's just change the value. I'm going to change it back to my age and see what happens. So 2 says I'm not at my peak. What happens if I type in 10? Or that's 110. So just 10. If I click run, nothing should happen because the condition isn't true anymore. So nothing is happening now. What if I type in 60? I'm really horrible at clicking today. So still nothing happens. What if I type in 90? Oh, it says I'm not at my peak anymore, because suddenly now some of the statements or the conditions here are true again. And in this case, where it's over 90, it's the last one. So 90 is bigger than 80. That means the statement is true. So now it's going to print out this part again, because now this statement is true, but this statement isn't true anymore. So we can look at if statements and have different conditions and if one of them is true, we can make something print out. And that's what's happening here. And then we can continue to add upon this to make it even more advanced and do more things for us. So in the next video, I'm going to just talk a little bit about if and else statement. So we're going to add an else to it. See you in a moment.